Hi, everyone. This is Charles Chamberlain, Executive Director of Democracy for America, and I want to welcome you to our True Sun kickoff call. You're about to watch an amazing film about the power of grassroots organizing to elect transformational leaders and improve our communities. I want to thank you for participating in the events tonight and being a part of a broader movement to bring the political revolution to all our cities. I especially want to thank a few of our hosts in particular who really went above and beyond to make their event successful. So Sasmitu in San Ramon, California, she attended a Bernie rally in Stockton and was so impressed by Michael Tubbs and Bernie that she invited all her friends and family to come and watch True Sun, and she even called local DFA members to help recruit and invite them to join her party. Janet in San Diego, California, is supporting DFA-endorsed progressive champion Lori Saldana for mayor, and they met while canvassing for Bernie together. Tonight, Janet is making sure that her guests know all about Lori so they can support their local progressive champion. This is how we elect the progressive revolution up and down the ballot, by working together for the candidates who share our values, right? And then Renee in Peoria, Arizona, she saw there wasn't even a public event nearby, so she stepped up just a few days ago to host one herself. That's the kind of bold leadership. It's exactly what we need to build a reflective democracy together. So each and every host did so much work to prepare for these watch parties, and I really want to just extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for putting these events on, and for all of you that are attending tonight to make sure that we can make change happen. Now, tonight, I'm thrilled to be joined by the star of True Sun, Michael Tubbs, who will be able to take you behind the scenes of the film and talk about his critical campaign for mayor. And I know you're eager to get you to enjoy your popcorn and start watching, so we'll try to keep this call to around 20 minutes. But with that, I'd like to introduce our chair, Jim Dean, to this call. Jim?
Hey, Charles, and hey, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for hosting these parties and for being on this call and getting ready to watch what is a fantastic movie about a transformational leader who has done great things as a city councilman in Stockton, California, and is going to be the next mayor of Stockton. And it is very, very exciting to be part of bringing in a new generation of leaders to make this political process work a whole lot better. So we're very, very excited about this, and very, very grateful to all of you for the work that you put into this and your interest in this movie, which you will not be disappointed in at all. So this is a great evening, and we have a special message to you from Jane Sanders, the wife of Bernie Sanders. She did have an urgent campaign conflict come up at the last minute because they're campaigning in about 6 or 7 states for some upcoming primaries so that we can get the nomination for them. But she did do a message here that we're going to play in just a second. And if I could just mention one other thing, to please pay attention when she talks about the work that they have done in Burlington, and particularly the work they did on Bernie's first campaign. The reason I mention this is because Burlington is a fantastic city, and it shows how things can be transformed, what is possible going forward, and by inference, what is possible for Stockton, California, when we get leaders in like Michael Tubbs. So this is a great opportunity for all of us. And with that, let's listen to Jane Sanders and see what she has to say, and let's take it away.
Hi, this is Jane Sanders, and I'm very pleased to be with you tonight. And I understand there's about 187 Democracy for America house parties that are building one community, building the political revolution up and down the ballot, from the city council to the presidency. Thank you all very, very much for all your work on this behalf. I wanted to also thank DFA and members all over the country who've endorsed Bernie overwhelmingly, and for stepping up to work in the communities with knocking on doors, making phone calls, having community meetings, even running for office yourselves. So thank you. DFA is a fantastic organization, and that is because of all of you. I'm calling because, as you know, Bernie and I are out on the campaign trail right now. We're in New Mexico, and but we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for a local election in 1981. Local elections really matter. When Bernie was running for mayor, I was a community organizer working with small neighborhood organizations, and we heard about him, and we thought, well, let's organize a debate. He was running against a 5-term incumbent mayor who was expected to win easily. We organized a debate, and when I heard him, I believed that he stood for everything I ever believed in. I still feel that way. I think that original impression has borne itself out quite well. But so did a lot of other people. And he worked really hard. We knocked on doors. All the neighborhood organizations were excited about it. All the community people were dropping off leaflets and telling all their friends, driving get out the vote vans. He won by 10 votes. If we all hadn't done everything we could to get him elected, he would not be here today. We would not be here today. And by we, I mean all of us. So it's pretty exciting. He had the opportunity, as hopefully many of the people in local elections across the country now will have, an opportunity to make transformational change at the local level by running a courageous campaign against the political establishment and defying conventional wisdom, and then becoming mayor and making a huge difference in the community. He showed people that government can work for the people. It can be by the people. It can be of the people. And in his second election, he doubled voter turnout. So his last election as mayor, and coincidentally his last election as senator, he got 71% locally and then statewide. So some people may think, well, the presidency, it's very, very important. We need to run for that, and we need to focus all our attention on that. It is important. It's extremely important to have somebody at the head of our country standing up for what we believe in. But it's also very, very, very important to have people at the local level, at the statewide level, really participating in our democracy and leading in the direction that we need to go. We have been so excited to see and to meet some of you that have been running, and Michael Tubbs, for instance, who saw the foreclosure crisis in his community, and now in Stockton, and now he ran for city council, and now he's running for mayor. He introduced Bernie in Stockton and California, and that was absolutely wonderful. It was a pleasure to meet him. People like Lucy Flores in Nevada, Zephyr Teachout in New York. We've met a number of people. And then there are a lot of you that we have not met yet, but we hope to. Latifah Simon, running for the BART Board in Oakland. Attica Scott, former director of Jobs with Justice in Kentucky, who just won her primary for Kentucky, for the State House. So I just want to tell you all how wonderful it is to be in this together with you. Bernie talks at every rally about it being not me, but us. And that is how we all need to approach this. We need to work together. This is what a political revolution looks like, up and down the ballot in all 50 states. It's not just one campaign or one person. To transform the economy and build a democracy that reflects the values we believe in, we need to win prosecutors' races, state legislators, mayoral offices, city council, school board. So thank you for being in this with us. You're our inspiration, and I hope to meet all of you soon.
That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Jane Sanders, for laying it out exactly what the stakes are about taking local action, succeeding, and then building on that power. And it goes to show you the unique ability we have to change our cities and win on the local level. And no one knows this better than Michael Tubbs. Immediately after college, Michael made the powerful decision to return to his hometown of Stockton, California, and run for city council, and the movie tells that incredible story. I don't want to spoil the film for you, but our own Jim Dean has a guest starring moment, too, so look for that. Now, Michael is running for mayor of Stockton now, and Democracy for America members have enthusiastically endorsed his campaign. I'm so happy that he could join us tonight to talk about his work in Stockton, I believe from a True Son House Party right now. Michael, welcome to the call.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the campaign and what's happening?
Well, first of all, thank you so much to Democracy for America and the hundreds of house parties that are being held currently. I had no idea 3.5 years ago as a 21-year-old when I decided to run for city council after the murder of my cousin and after a year of record homicides and bankruptcy in the city, that I'd be part of a larger movement in terms of how do we elect the right people at the right place at the right time from the top of the ballot down to cities and school boards. So over the past 3.5 years, it's been a real primer on the importance of grassroots organizing and leadership, and not just during campaign cycles, but also using that same base and coalition to get things done. So since the election, we've been able to get body cameras on officers, able to establish an Office of Violence Prevention, able to open health clinics, and able to get the first financial institution in 50 years in my district, but only because of the grassroots organizing, the coalition building, the relationship building that took place during the campaign, and using those things later. So to all you having house parties, I hope you enjoy the film. I think looking back at it now 4 years ago, I marvel at how just raw we were. I think it goes to show you that you don't have to be an expert to get involved in the political process because you are an expert in your life, you are an expert in your community, and you are an expert in terms of what is needed to bring about the changes you need to see in your community. So thank you all for having for hosting True Son House Party. Never in a million years would I have thought that little Stockton, California, or this 21-year-old guy running for office would one day have the opportunity to share the lessons through film and on calls like this. And then on Thursday, I know DFA is having a training for folks who, after the movie, want to be trained in grassroots organizing and political organizing and things of that sort. This Thursday at 8 p.m. is your opportunity to do that and to also practice those skills with phone banking for a lot of political revolution candidates, including myself. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate the help from DFA and from you all. And I think that it's going to take people like us to make our country a more perfect union. And for more information about my race in particular, you can go to mdtubbs.com, mdtubbs.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Michael, and we really appreciate you taking the time to be on this call. You know, the story of Stockton, it's not unique. Unfortunately, there are cities hurting all across the country, desperate for a political revolution and new leadership and new ideas. The good news is that we have amazing candidates like Michael, ready to break down the barriers of institutional racism and income inequality and build an economy and a government that works for all of us. But the reality is they can't do it alone. So exactly as Jane Sanders has said, as Michael Tubbs just pitched, right now what I want you to do is use your phone or computer to go to democracyforamerica.com/call. That's democracyforamerica.com/CALL. And sign up to help elect Michael, mayor of Stockton, and support a number of other endorsed CFA candidates. You know, every year, a few votes on the local level could mean the difference between electing someone like Bernie Sanders, who won his first race by only 10 votes, or Michael Tubbs right now in Stockton this coming election in June. And our DFA Dialer program is the most effective way to get out the vote and make sure we win. So please sign up right now, democracyforamerica.com/call. And with that, I want to thank you for joining this call tonight, for watching the movie. Have a great time. And thank you to Michael Tubbs and Jane Sanders. Everyone, please have a wonderful evening.